today we are going to be doing something a little different. So earlier this year I bought this book called The Adventure Challenge, the couple edition, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do during the quarantine. Well, unfortunately it didn't get here until about May, so we're going to try it out. So what it is it basically has a bunch of these things that you can cross off, and then it'll tell you kind of like a description of what to do. So tonight we're also going to have my husband as a guest star, so that'll be exciting. So I already went ahead and scratched it off, and so tonight we are making a homemade pie together, and it says easier said than done. One of you must mix all the ingredients by yourself, blindfolded, while the other person gives instructions by leading with their hands. Yay! The leader can only use 3 directive sentences the whole time. The person with the least amount of cooking experience has to be with the blindfolded mixer. So because I'm normally the one who does all the baking in the house, my husband is going to be the one blindfolded. So to make things a little easier, I did already prep everything. So we have 4 to 6 cups of cut strawberries. By the way, we're making a strawberry pie. Then we have 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, a cup of sugar, a cup of water, a 1 3-ounce packet of strawberry jello, and then I also already did the crust already, so it's all ready to go. So now we all have to do is mix. So I will go ahead and bring my husband in at this time. Okay, so this is my husband, and he's going to be the one blindfolded, so we're going to be excited. We would like to thank Purple for our awesome blindfold. We recently just got a new bed from there, and they sent in sleeper masks, so we're going to use it as our blindfold. So I tried making this really easy for him. I've placed everything in order, but I will also guide his hands to make sure that he grabs what he's supposed to grab. So, first off, we are going to come over here.
What are we grabbing first?
First
Don't
off,
you just start the stove?
No, we're going to put all this in first,
okay.
And then we're going to start the stove. So we're going to
grab your hands. It's not help.
So it says I'm supposed to lead you.
I'm going to grab the water.
So you can grab the water.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Yep, that's water.
put the water in the pot.
And I wash my hands before prep, so that's good. So this is one thing done. All right.
Okay. And then we're going to take...
Now I need strawberries.
Nope. Now you're going to do the cornstarch.
All right.
So that's 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just put it right in.
Perfect. Here you
Okay.
are.
Thank you.
What's
And
next?
then the last thing that you're going to put in is 1 cup of sugar.
This feels like sugar. Yep.
Does it taste like sugar too, honey?
All right. All the sugar?
Yep, all the sugar. Okay, so I will take that. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to turn on the oven. Because we have a gas oven though, I'm going to do it so that way I can see that it turns on. We're going to bring it to a boil. Just feeling your way around, honey?
Yeah, just getting used to everything.
Okay, so we're going to bring it to a boil, and so then I'm going to tell him when it starts to boil, and then when it does come to a boil, all he's going to do then is just keep whisking until it gets thick. This is going to be the sauce that goes over top of the strawberries. So I'm going to have you come back in front of the stove. I know I'm probably telling him more than 3 descriptive words, but this one, because it's over the oven, is a lot harder.
Good.
So now we just wait.
How am I doing?
Good, but you don't have to keep stirring just yet. We have to wait for it to boil first.
Okay.
So right now we're just making sure that the stuff doesn't stick to the bottom, so that way it is a little easier to stir it once it starts boiling. So I think we should be good at the moment.
Okay.
And it does look like we're starting to see some bubbles, so we're about ready to start stirring. So I'm gonna guide your hands to get the whisk. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start whisking. And we're gonna keep whisking until it's thick. So I will tell you when to stop.
It's warm. There we go.
So it says it will be about 3 minutes. So we're gonna continue. Oh, yep. Basically what we want is something nice and thick to create the gelatin.
Can I have a different spoon? This is really hot and your whisk sucks.
No, but I can give you a
Like an adult whisk?
up glove.
That works.
So I will hold that. Woo. Okay. Got it? And then keep stirring. And I'm going to lower the heat a little bit, just because it's splattering. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna whisk in the Jell-O. I'm gonna just have you keep whisking and I'm gonna put it in. Okay, go ahead and.
Oh, great.
You are doing very good. You can definitely smell the strawberry. Okay, I think this is about good to cool. So the next part of the directions is once we are done whisking it in, we're going to remove from the heat and let it cool for 15 minutes.
No strawberries yet?
We're not going to put it in this, we're going to put it right in the crust and then we're going to pour this over top. So let's go ahead and take this off the heat. And just move it to the right. And then we're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes. Okay, so the next step says while the glaze is cooling, we're going to put the strawberries into our already baked pie tin. So why don't you go ahead and take off your oven glove. Thank you. And I have the pie tin and the strawberries already over here. So turn around.
Oh, you already have them, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And so I'm gonna have you, there's the pie tin. So I'm gonna have you grab the strawberries.
Oh, the strawberries.
Gotta make sure that they're not poisonous. And go ahead and, yep, just like that. Just place it right in. So there were some casualties, but I'm sure that my husband would be happy to sacrifice them. But it looks good. So I think you did good, honey. So
Good.
now we just have to wait the rest of the time until the glaze cools, and then the next step is to put the glaze over top of the strawberries. All right, so it's been 15 minutes for the cool down of the glaze. So the last step before we throw it in the fridge to let it cool off is we're going to put the glaze over top of the strawberries. Because this is a very sticky mess, I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna have my husband take off his blindfold. And then for the rest of it, you can see what you're doing.
All right.
And look at all the strawberries you left off. I feel like he did that on purpose, that way he can have some strawberries all to himself.
No, we'll put them in. There we are.
Okay, so go ahead and just pour it right over. And I'm glad that I left the pie on a cookie sheet, so that way it'll be easy clean. Perfect, looks so good. Yay! All right, so go ahead and throw that in the sink, and then last but not least, we're actually gonna clean this up a little bit before it goes into the fridge because there's some strawberry juice dripping. So let's get a wet paper towel.
Closet.
So we're going to rinse off just the edge here because I really don't want strawberries.
Why don't you put it in with this?
Oh, I guess we could do that. We're gonna do that. All right, so into the fridge we go. So I'm not sure how long it's supposed to take. It doesn't actually say in the recipe. So what we're going to do is we're basically just gonna give it probably about either a couple hours and check it. Otherwise, we're going to wait until probably tomorrow to be able to try it out. But this has been fun. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it as well. I know I have been liking spending time with my husband and doing something that we normally don't get a chance to do. So if you liked this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you also want to know what the strawberry recipe was that I did, I'll link the recipe in the description down below. Have a good night, guys. Bye.